Ever since that drunken booty call,
Yes.
I have loved Xarah. I think you guys are terrific. You have a wonderful chemistry together.
Thank you. We like working together.
Absolutely, and I don't know how much of a booty call it really was. I felt at the time that it was, clearly a love connection.
Well, maybe for you.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah was not there yet, but there is definitely a connection between them, and they have a different rapport about them than she had with anyone else, which is what was kind of fun for me.
Well, it's fun because it's reluctant.
Yeah.
Like your whole thing is that wait a minute, okay, that was a bit of fun, but you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
And there's under no circumstance going to be with you.
Yeah.
But you won't go away.
But you're so persistent.
Yeah, but what I love is, the character of Sarah suffers with Eric and suffers with Rex.
Yes.
But, with Xander, she just insults him, and he's like, oh, I love it, give me
Loves
more.
it, yeah. Well, if you look at all his relations, like Nicole treated him, like kind of poorly, rightly. Like she had every right to treat him poorly, but especially Victor, is so treats him like a redheaded stepchild, and so to have it coming from this beautiful, elegant woman, like it's
so
just
nice of you to
catnip
say,
for
I
him.
know.
Generally.
Well, as Xander, you have so many funny scenes, you have the funny lines, and you get to be erotico with the mask and things like that. Do you ever have a scene with John Aniston or something that just cracks you up?
Oh, for sure. I mean, because John's so dry. I'm running around doing all this business and trying to act my pants off, and he'll just give me a look, and I'll break, and we'll have to do another take.
He got me the other day just because I was drinking. I took a sip of water from my big jug that I always have, and he literally put down his sides and he goes, well, I can't work with a woman who drinks before she does her scenes. And I spit. I just lost it. It killed me.
It's just so flat and dry the way he does things. What I was loving is after the time jump, it's confusing it won't be confusing for the audience, but it's confusing for us to play because the show's already chopped up how, the order in which we shoot it. So to add the time jump and what will now be the new flashbacks and everything, it was a little bit confusing, and so every now and then John would just look at me and go, do you understand this? I'd be like, I'd just be like, do I have to?
They, as actors, they don't give you any clue of what happened in this missing year?
They give us some...
Each person got a little bit of something. This is what got you to the point that you're in. But some things totally didn't. We keep telling the same story, but there was a scene we had where we were like, that awful thing that happened that night. It was so terrible. And it wasn't until a month later that we found out, and we were both like, "Oh my God, we did not act that correctly."
We should have been a lot more traumatized.
We should have been way more upset.
Oh my God, you guys are really selling this. I'm really excited now to see what's going to happen.
I'm really happy. I mean, I can't wait to see some of the things that we have coming.
Just because the next 7 months, the next starting Monday, the next year is intense.
Because for me as well, just for the inside baseball of it all, after the time jump becomes when I'm essentially properly back on contract. And so just the way Xander's written and the way he's centered in the story is something that I haven't had since I very first came onto the show. So I'm very happy. Obviously actors want to work, and so I'm very happy with how busy we've been over the past year,
Yeah.
There's lots and lots of stories.
And I'm thrilled that Xander has been back on us a regular, because I've always thought he was a fun character.
Yeah.
And, I just don't want Xander to lose his edge, to fall so in love with Sarah that he tries to be too good of a good guy.
That's what I loved the other day. I was watching one of the episodes, and Rolf goes, "Oh, you've lost your edge." I'm just as edgy as I've ever been. And he's just it looks so pathetic when he's saying it. But it's true. I think one of the clever things that they've done, because the initial interactions with Sarah, Xander is so boyishly in love with her, but then he's so nasty with the other characters that you get the nice dichotomy between those two performances. But as things continue, I start to do really I still do these terrible Xander things, but now instead of doing it for money or out of vindictiveness or vengeance, he's doing it because he loves Sarah. He just doesn't have a moral compass, and he can't tell when he's doing bad things.
And you keep the edge with everyone. You're only gentle with Sarah and Maggie and the baby.
Sure, yeah.
Those are the only people that he's actually that gentle with.
Yeah, it's almost like he becomes more vicious with the others.
Yeah, you get into protective mode.
I thought it was interesting that with Maggie, he started talking about his mother, and we learned more about who he really is underneath all the bad stuff he does. You know, I'm kind of hoping we see more about learn who Xander's mom is.
Same. I would love to get to the bottom of I'm sure there's some mystery linked to Xander's paternity or real origin. So I'd love to explore some of that more later on for sure.
So Sarah's been through a lot, and now here she is, pregnant and dealing, with Eric and all. You have to do a lot of crying. Is it hard for you to cry every day and get into that mind space for living?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been you won't see it for another 8 months, but there was definitely a week where I was like, I literally came home and cried because I was like, I don't want to cry anymore. I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, Sarah's had a rough year. I mean, it's nothing compared to the year that is coming.
Right.
Oh, wow.
It is
a lot more crying to come.
Oh, my God, this character. This poor girl.
There's some happy times, but there's
some
definitely
happy times. So
high
much
drama.
not, though.
Oh, wow. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's coming, and I definitely am looking forward to more Team Xarah coming. So you guys are great.
Thank you.